Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming from. Welcome to my channel. I wrote a blog post yesterday and have talked a bit about this topic, and I would like to share more. So, pursuing your joy and pursuing your own healing and happiness, that is not a selfish thing to do. So when we start this process of really wanting to learn about ourselves and want to learn about energy and try to start healing ourselves, it feels very much like we are only thinking about ourselves and moving in that inward energy, and we could feel like, oh gosh, this is like a selfish thing for me to do, or a selfish way to spend my time because I'm only thinking about me, which is extremely not the case. So this is actually the least selfish thing that you could be doing, because when we heal ourselves, we not only heal ourselves, we get to heal everybody around us. So when you start to heal and follow your joy and do all this process, you raise your own frequency. And when you raise your frequency, you help elevating the frequency that's around you, which means anybody in your vicinity. So anybody that's living with you, any friends, anyone you come across, they're automatically, whether they're aware of it or not, going to feel that vibrational resonance. They might even be like, what are you doing differently? You might look different, especially if you start meditating. And it also not only affects people, but it also affects the earth. So when we anchor more into our joy, our happiness, our light, we actually get to help raise the earth's vibration too. And this is very important as we're starting to move further into that 5D ascension and beyond, out of the 3D for earth. So when you are doing your practices and when you're setting time aside for yourself in the morning, and when you are making space and you're releasing and you're moving through your trauma, and you're going to events or meeting people and doing the same work, this is not a selfish act at all. Is actually, you should be very proud of yourself for taking this on, because it also, not even all of that, it also is healing everything in all time. So in the present, because time is all happening right now, the past, present, future. When we are presently healing and following this joy, we are healing that present self where we're at right now. But we're also healing the past and also the future, changing the future. So when we're healing the past, we're also not healing just ourselves, but we get to heal our ancestors and any trauma or patterns that are coming from our ancestors. So we get to heal them too. So this is just a really cool thing. So if you're just starting into this work, a few things that I love to get started with, or that I would recommend myself if I could fast forward and restart again, would be meditation first. This was a struggle for me. I dove in and out of meditation, sometimes every couple times a month. I would do different apps. I would do a silent meditation. I just didn't really feel like that was a priority, and I was bored, didn't want to do it. But I highly suggest you start with this. And if you want to start with other things too, that's fine. But I definitely think meditation is one of the number one things that you could do along this process. It creates space for yourself. It detaches yourself from your own identity into that spaciness. My favorite meditations to do is by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So you can grab his meditations on his website. By far my favorite ones I have tried ever. They take you to another place. So I really love doing those. I recommend meditating once a day, and you can ramp up too. If you do 5 minutes a day, if you're like me and go all in once you realize something, then it's like, I'm doing it every day, for an hour. But just make sure to have grace with yourself and be patient, and it's okay if you miss a day. It's not about, how perfect we can do our practices. It's about, restarting when we stop. So meditation is huge. I highly recommend you listen to light language. I have a lot on my different social media platforms, on my TikTok, and also my Instagram, which the link is my handle is in the the descriptions. So and that's just Erica.eternal expansion. So light language is another thing that I wish I found out sooner, but again, everything happens in divine timing. So if you're hearing this right now, you should be like, ping, ping, like, what's that? If you're not aware, light language is a healing modality, which helps transform that extra layer in that quantum field. So anything where our limiting beliefs, anything that we're getting stuck, any things that are stuck in our chakras, any issues we have with our inner children or ego, light language can go in and really change that. So there's pre-recorded light language transmissions, so you just kind of pick which one that resonates with you and listen to that a few times. And then after that, just drink a lot of water. It's very loud. Just drink more water today than you normally would if you listen to light language, is what I recommend. But those two things have been super game changers. And I would start doing those as consistent as you can. I also offer light language, expansion healing sessions. One session, you can book just one session. And if you'd like to learn, hey, I want to channel my own light language, I also do mentorship, which is on a monthly basis. So you can start and stop that as you see fit. So those are just two big things that are small that you can do, that I recommend you on this path, and just want to reassure you that you are doing an incredible job, and it is not a selfish thing for you to do, and to just keep following that joy bit. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.